Good morning again, everyone. Today we are going to be adding some independent practice with the transitions that we talked about on Tuesday. I'm hoping you guys took care to add to your notes and make sure that you have a completed set of notes. I'm a big fan of notes. Use them. They're going to help you, okay, especially on today's assignment. So those of you that are at home, you will have access to an assignment. And I'm actually going to show you, and I'm going to go through part of it with you. Okay, so again, trying to get my computer to cooperate. Okay, so you have a story today. It's the story of Achilles. You may or may not know about Achilles. If you don't, that's okay. The story is a brief overview, and it's not it's not a comprehension. Don't worry about pronouncing the names correctly. Just worry about reading it. Okay. It's not that long. It's about a page. Let me see if I can move my camera. So it's about a page. And then you have 10 sentences. You're going to fill in the blank. And I even gave you a word bank. These have transition words, or some of them. Okay, not all of them. We're not talking all the transition words here. We're just talking a few. So you're going to use as a result, because, consequently, due to, for this reason, if and then, in order to, since so, or so that, as well as therefore. Okay, you're going to use each of those one time, and you're going to fill in these blanks. Okay, and if you'll notice, some of the words in this word bank are capitalized and some aren't. That's my little clue for you. Okay. Each word is used once. Use your knowledge of capitalization rules to help you determine which word to use. Okay? See, I'm being very helpful. Okay, so let's look at number 2. Blank, to submerge him into the river without losing hold of Achilles, his mother gripped him by his heel as she dunked him under water. Okay, so I'm looking for a word at the beginning of the sentence, so I need it to be a capitalized word. Okay, so I can't have as a result, I can't have because, consequently. Let's try that word. Consequently, to submerge him into the river without losing hold of Achilles, his mother gripped him by his heel as she dunked him underwater. Does that make sense? Try another one. Then we have due to. Due to submerge him into the river without losing hold of Achilles, his mother gripped him by his heel as she dunked him underwater. Does that make sense? Okay. For this reason to submerge him into the river without losing hold of Achilles, his mother gripped him by his heel as she dunked him underwater. Does that sound right? Try the other one. You also have in order to is capitalized. In order to submerge him into the river without losing hold of Achilles, his mother gripped him by his heel as she dunked him underwater. Does that make sense? Try the last one. Since so, to submerge him into the river without losing hold of Achilles, his mother gripped him by his heel as she dunked him underwater. Does that make sense? And you could also try it with so that. It's not capitalized in the parentheses, but it means the same thing. So you can use both to answer it. Okay, so use that hint, and you're going to answer these 10 questions. Okay, there are 10. Fill in the blanks. Okay, each word is only used once. Then you are also going to have a little help. You're going to have a little extra practice with your cause and effect. We talked about cause and effect briefly. Very briefly, but you should know about it from previous years. Okay, so you're going to go back to the passage for these. Okay, so a cause, although his mother Thetis is a goddess, his father Peleus is just a mortal. So what's the effect? Because his mother is a goddess and his father is just a mortal, what happens? Okay, and then you're going to have several different scenarios with cause and effect. Okay, so your first one was one cause and one effect. your next one has one cause that can spider out and give you two effects. So one thing happened, and then the Greek king declared war on the Trojans. One thing happened, and the Greek army sails to Troy to invade the city. What one thing led to both of those effects? Okay. Then you can also have two causes leading to the same effect. So Achilles dies from a poison arrow in the heel of his foot. Because what happens? Because of this and because of this. Okay. So I want you to do your best to fill those out, but I also want you to practice with this chain of a cause and effect. Sometimes you can have a cause that leads to an effect, and that effect will then be a cause to something else. So that's like a chain of events, okay? So if you do not turn in an assignment for me, you may not get to play in the football game. Are you really taken away from playing in a football game because you do not turn in one assignment for me? No. If you do not turn in an assignment for me, you will have a poor grade in the grade book. Because you have a poor grade in the grade book, you will not play in the football game on Friday. So it's one of those A leads to B, which leads to C type of chain of events that I know we've talked about in class before. So in this one, the army refuses to fight without Achilles to lead them. What does that cause? What happens next? Okay, then you have Patroclus is killed during a battle with Hector, leader of the Trojan army. Because of what? Okay, there's one event that's going to go between those two things. Okay, so this is due today. If you do not finish this today, it is homework. Okay, if you don't finish it during class time today, which I know my online students, you might have a different type of schedule, but if you can't get it done today, then it needs to be done tomorrow. Okay, and you do have an assessment tomorrow. So I'd hate for you guys to have all this extra homework tonight. So do your best to get it finished today in class. For my online students, I have a transition word quiz on quizzes. Not mandatory by any means, but it's a great way to get a little extra practice, okay? For my online students, that's how I'm going to be checking your attendance for today, as well as it's how I'm going to gain an understanding of if you really grasp these transition words. So we're going to be doing some hands-on practice in the classroom, and I don't want you guys to miss out on that because you might be at home, okay? But that quizzes is not being graded. It is there for practice, okay? But if you have any trouble with that or for some reason you can't access it, it gives you problems and you still like to, shoot me an email and I will send you out another code to let you do that. I think it'll be very helpful for you, especially as we move on with the 6 weeks and you have additional assessments as well. Okay, so I want you guys to take your time on this assignment. I know it's 2 pages of work, but I know you guys can do it. It's just taking your time, reading it carefully, and let me know if you guys have any questions, okay? You can send me a quick email, I'll get back to you, or you can give me a call because my classroom phone is finally set up, yay! And I'll be happy to help you guys work through it, okay? All right, good luck, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.